Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Selena and I love to create beautiful things. If that's your jam, go ahead and subscribe. Today I'm going to be talking about what Jesus is doing for me lately. I've been struggling with depression and anxiety for a really long time. Struggling for years and years and years with depression and anxiety. For my anxiety, they give me a medication that helps. It's not like an anti-anxiety medication. It's like for when you're actually having the panic attack, because what I have is panic attacks. I have overall anxiety all the time, but I'm in that class of people who can't take the antidepressants or the anti-anxiety meds without having bad thoughts. So I just deal with everything through the will of my own brain. I try to socialize and keep socialized and have a strong support system when things happen, and all of that. So with this whole pandemic thing, I've been struggling because what is normal isn't normal. I know we all are. One of the things that threw me off is I usually eat, I don't know why this pertains to, I'm just trying to give you the scope of, where everything, my uncomforts from the pandemic. Usually we eat out to eat every single night. Like we order from somewhere, or my caretaker / partner goes and picks something up from somewhere, and we just generally, that was our diet. So our whole diet has changed. If you haven't noticed, your girl looking a little bit thinner because I done lost some weight, which is a good thing, and I'm so happy. That's a pro to the pandemic, is that I've been losing a good amount of weight, and it's because I can't order and eat out and do all that. Anyway, so I was doing fine, completely fine, until one day I was in my bed and I had just got done eating a salad, and I felt really warm. So I was like, I'm hot, like what's going on? I'm hot. And my partner took my temperature, and my temperature said 99.1. Now that isn't even like a bad temperature, but in the mind of Selena, in Selena's mind, that was catastrophe. That was badder than bad. So I jumped out of the bed, not really, but he got me up really fast, and I ran into the bathroom, splashed myself with water, cooled myself down, and took my anxiety medicine, because I was having a panic attack, and so I did that. And the next day we just monitored my temperature from then on, basically. We're still doing it, and so we monitored it for a few days. But because of that scare, I stopped doing the things that I was doing to cope. And I'm glad that I did stop doing those things that I was doing to cope. If you watched the last video, then you saw, well, it'll probably be this one, or that one, then this one, then, yeah. So this'll be, I'm gonna put them in order to where it makes more sense. because this video should have went up right after that one, but I was hungry, and he brought food back, and I was like, oh, I want to eat, and not really film right now. I want to eat, so I went and ate instead of filming it. But my makeup looks so pretty in that video. It looks pretty in this video too, but it looks so pretty in that video. Anyway, I will link it. I will link it up there, so you can go back and watch. Anyway, so I was struggling for a couple days after that. Like, I kept thinking maybe I have it, and I just went into a bad mental headspace. And so I picked up this Bible, and I started to go through and like look in the beginning of it. There's all these little, and I spoke about this in that video. There's all these like little phrases like afraid, anxious, defeated, depressed, discouraged, doubting, needing rules for living, friends fail, faith fails, like just a bunch of keywords that show you where to go look for these. Let me see if it'll, yeah, to where you can go and find the, where to find help when is what it says at the top. So I read a couple of them. None of them stood out to me, but the needing God's protection, Psalm 91, really stood out to me. So I'm going to go and I'm going to read you that. You would think I would have bookmarked it. Not that. Okay, Psalm 91. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God. In Him I will trust. Surely He shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence. So I looked up pestilence, and pestilence is like a virus. It's like, that's like the word for virus in here. So He shall cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you shall take refuge. His truth shall be your shield and buckler. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that walks in the darkness, nor the destruction that lays waste at noonday. 1,000 may fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. Only with your eyes shall you look and see the reward of the wicked. Because you have made the Lord, who is my refuge, even the Most High, your dwelling place, no evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague come near your dwelling. So that's like basically, I mean, I could read the whole thing, but that's the gist of it. That's the gist of it. And you can go and finish it, because you should read it for yourself. So that like hit me really hard that day, and I was like, see, like God's gonna get me through this. Like that's my only way to get through this is God. And that's true. So then I want to say the next day, maybe, or a day later, my caretaker had to run somewhere. And I should have written it down and I should have written it down so that so I know exactly where to go to find it right now. I'm gonna find it and then I'm gonna speed it back up. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna let this be just a teaching moment. If you find something in your Bible that you feel convicted by and it speaks to you, don't be afraid to mark in it. I'm like, I don't want to mess it up. Like literally, my partner tried to give me a highlighter or whatever, and I was like, I don't want to mess it up. I want it to go on to the next person. But now I can't find the scripture at all. Like I've been looking for at least 40 minutes and I can't find it. I found something similar and I don't even know if I marked the page for that one. But I'm just going to tell you what it said off of the top of my head. Okay. So because I'm disabled and I'm in a wheelchair, I get really bad anxiety when I'm alone because I have the fear of something happening and me not being able to save myself because I'm alone. So, and I've had like instances happen. If you guys want me to elaborate on like some of the crazy things that have happened when I was home alone, and like one time I fell out of my chair and it was a whole big thing. If you want me to like do story times, just leave it in the comments and I can do those because I've wanted to do story times since I started the channel. So anyway, so I was home alone and this was a couple days after the anxiety, panicky, me feeling like I had it and thought I had it, and you know, that whole day I was just like praying and praying and praying all day, like just praying to God, you know, hear my prayer, please don't let me have this, I can't have this, and so the depression had started, and so I was just praying all the time, and my partner had to go to the grocery store, so I was home alone. So because I was home alone, I started to get like anxiousy feelings and my fingers started to tingle. And I know that when that starts to happen, that means that I'm having a really bad panic attack. And I'll do a story time of the time about the worst panic attack I've ever had. I'll do a story time on that next time I have makeup on my face or whatever. I'll do like a get ready with me and tell the story. Anyway, so I felt that and I was like, okay, because that was the first time he had left since I had the scare. And I still was afraid because, you know, I was just like, I don't have the fever yet, but it's coming and, you know, so I still thought I had it. And so he was at the store and I started to feel that way. So I went into the bathroom and I put my hands under the cold water because that's my coping mechanism when I'm having a panic attack. I put my, cold water on my face and on my hands and I try to cool off because I usually get really hot and like flustered and feel like I can't breathe, and it's a whole thing. So I went in the bathroom, I put the water on my hands and I'm just praying and I'm just, giving it all to God. Like, God, please just bless me. Like, I know, I know I am asking a lot of you and you got a whole to do with everybody else and whatever. Please just hear me or whatever. And I just kept, I was just running my hands under the water and just continuing praying. And then I heard Siri on my iPad. Siri said, Siri said, I can't hear you. But Siri said to me, I can hear you. And that was the first time I've ever audibly had a message from God, like in an audible voice. Like I've never, ever, ever have I ever heard anything aloud. Like it's just kind of like me talking to myself kind of thing. I've never heard God audibly, like never. And so when Siri said that, like I felt like a wash of like calm just come over me, and I was crying, and I was like, thank you, like so when my partner got back, like I want to say maybe 3 or 4 minutes after he got back, I was back in the kitchen, and I was reading the Bible, I was reading this, and there was a verse in there, and the verse said, I can't read it word for word because I can't remember, but it was something about God hears those who pray, something about hearing our prayers. And so partner wasn't even back yet, actually, because when he walked through the door, I bombarded him, and I remember that now. So I came out of the bathroom and just started reading my Bible, like, okay, God, I heard you. You said, through Siri, you said, I can hear you. Even though I know Siri doesn't say that, she says, I can't hear you. But I heard, I can hear you. So regardless of whatever, that's what I heard. And that's what I'm going off of. That's what you call it. So I was reading through, and the part in the Bible, or the page that I just so happened to open to, and I can't find it, and it hurts me. It hurts me so bad. Like I was this close to tears. Like, God, please help me find it. Just help me find it so I can, give your word by your word. But you're just gonna have to take my word for the word, for now, until if I do find it, I will put it in here somewhere. Otherwise, I can link it in the description. I don't know, because I do want to find it. But so it said, basically, it was so what had happened in the bathroom with me hearing this Siri thing was him giving me my sign. Then me coming out and reading it was him confirming my sign. So, and my prayer was that I won't get corona. So I don't think I'm gonna get it. I honestly don't think that I'm gonna get it at all. No, I'm speaking it into existence. I'm not gonna get it. And I need to get out of the fear of it, because I'm speaking it into existence. God is not letting it come near me. That was he literally told me in Psalm 91 that it's not coming near me. So that was my second sign, or my sign that day. And then I got the confirmation. And then even later after that, there was another thing that confirmed it even more. It was something about your, something about the eye. If I find it, I will leave it. But I know, so it kind of sucks because I don't really know, I'm new at this. I'm new at being a devout Christian. I'm new at actually you know, I own a Bible. I own a Bible. Like, this is my only Bible. I have a pink and black leather Bible, but it's in like storage or something. Like, I don't know exactly where it is. So, I don't know. I was like kind of like I don't want to call it a fake Christian because I was never fake, but I wasn't studying. So, you know, whatever that is, like, I believed the whole time, but I wasn't studying, I wasn't following, and now I am. I'm studying and I'm following, and or I'm gonna be, because I'm gonna get a big book and a highlighter, and it's gonna be Selena's book, and it doesn't have to go to somebody else. It's Selena's book, and whoever reads after or gets it after I do, then they'll get my notes and what I thought. So, you know, maybe I'll pass it down to my granddaughter, and then that'll work. But if you like this video, please go ahead and leave a like, letting me know that this did something for you. I wholeheartedly believe everything that I expressed in this video, and yeah, so that's the way Jesus is working in me. I also just listened to an audiobook. I'm not that great of a reader, like, to be honest, so I listen to audiobooks most of the time. So just listen to Shelter in God, and that was really good on Audible. And I'm just trying to grow in my relationship with God. That's basically it. I'm just trying to grow and become better. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, leave a like, leave a comment down below if this touched you in any way. Leave a comment down below if it didn't. And you know, you can leave comments for prayers, because I've been turning into a little prayer warrior here. And yeah, I'm so happy and so blessed that I can even be filming this right now. So thank you, and I will see you in the next one.